There is a man thinking about you right now with emotions much deeper than he has ever been brave enough to admit out loud. Even during the moments when you question your value or wonder if the connection between you was only in your imagination, the universe has guided you here because you are finally prepared to hear this truth. That intense energy between you, those quiet glances, the heavy silence that seemed to say more than words ever could, none of it happened by chance. Your presence has settled into the deepest parts of his soul in a way he never expected. He never intended to fall this hard for you. Yet somehow you touched a place inside him that he believed had been locked away forever. You awakened emotions he thought he no longer carried, and now that flame inside him refuses to fade no matter how much he tries to control it. The difficulties standing between you are not signs that this connection is wrong. They are reflections of the battle happening inside him every single day. He carries emotional wounds from old betrayals, painful endings, and disappointments that taught him to guard his heart with everything he has, while his soul recognizes you as the kind of safe and honest love he once prayed for. His mind still reacts from fear created by the past. This struggle is not about your worth. It has nothing to do with you being enough. It is about how deeply he feels this connection and how overwhelming that intensity has become for him. You entered his life as a force of healing, even if neither of you fully understood it at first. As the confusion slowly begins to clear, you can finally trust that what he feels for you is genuine, powerful, and meant for something important. If there is a man on your mind right now, take a moment to connect with this message and allow the universe to bring clarity into your heart. Timing matters more than most people realize. Love unfolds in seasons, and some relationships require patience, trust, and faith in what cannot yet be seen. The important thing is that this love exists. It is alive. It is real. Even through the obstacles and complications, it is still moving towards something meaningful. The difficult season you are living through right now is not proof that this connection is blocked forever, or that love will never happen for you. It simply means certain pieces still need to align before everything can fully come together. If there is a man who loves you deeply but something feels delayed or complicated, understand that he is going through a process of growth. He needs time, not because he wishes to stay away from you, but because he must confront the struggles living inside him. He is beginning to realize that the walls he built for protection are now preventing him from receiving the exact kind of connection his heart has secretly wanted all along. This is where your role becomes extremely important. You are not meant to chase him, pressure him, convince him, or prove yourself worthy of his attention. You do not need to fight to show your value. The only thing you are being asked to do is remain true to yourself while trusting that the same force that brought this connection into your life will also guide it toward completion. Waiting is painful. Uncertainty can steal your peace and fill your mind with questions. You want answers. You want to know when everything will finally shift and when he will stop running from the feelings inside him. Even though no exact date can be given, there is something you need to understand clearly. Change has already begun. Movement is already happening behind the scenes. The spiritual world is working in ways you cannot yet see. His heart is being softened. Old wounds are being healed slowly. His eyes are opening little by little to the love already standing in front of him. There is another layer to this situation that you need to understand if you want to see the full picture clearly. This man is not only carrying pain from his past relationships. He is also struggling with present circumstances that make him feel unprepared for real love. When he looks at his life right now, he feels behind. He compares himself to where he thinks he should already be and convinces himself he must wait until he becomes more stable, more successful, more secure, and more confident before offering you something serious. In his own mind, he believes he is protecting you. He does not want to come toward you while feeling uncertain about himself. He wants to stand beside you, feeling strong, capable, and worthy. This goes far beyond money or outer success. This is about his relationship with himself. Deep down, he wants to feel like he deserves the love you are capable of giving him. He wants to feel like an equal partner instead of someone still struggling to figure life out. But there is an important truth both of you are meant to understand. Every human being is still becoming who they are meant to be. Nobody enters love with every problem solved and every fear healed. Life simply does not work that way. Love is not a reward given only after perfection has been achieved. Love is something people grow into together while they continue healing, learning, and evolving. The belief that he is not ready yet has already cost both of you precious time. It has delayed something that could have brought healing and happiness into both your lives. Yet even now, transformation is taking place inside him. Truth is quietly entering his heart. Over time, it will continue growing stronger until it breaks through the fear, doubt, and hesitation that have kept him frozen for so long. He is beginning to understand that waiting for perfect conditions often means waiting forever. Perfection does not exist. What truly matters is the willingness to grow side by side, to support one another honestly, and to build something real together. When you feel guided to do so, you can speak words of trust over this connection and allow your energy to align with what is already unfolding beyond your sight. Your faith matters more than you realize. There is also something deeply important happening within your own journey at this time. While he works through his fears and insecurities, you are also being called to heal certain parts of yourself. There are moments when you secretly question whether you are truly worthy of the kind of love your heart desires. Sometimes quiet fears convince you that lasting love may never fully arrive for you. Those thoughts are not the truth. They are only echoes from old wounds and painful experiences. They do not have the power to decide your future. You are worthy of love exactly as you are in this moment. Your value is not determined by past mistakes, failures, heartbreaks, or the way others treated you before. Your worth was placed inside you from the very beginning, and nothing can remove it. The love you carry inside yourself exists because you were created from love itself. When this man finally reaches the point where he feels emotionally ready, being with you will feel like a blessing to him. You are not the only one who should feel grateful for this connection. He will feel grateful too, grateful that you believed in something deeper, grateful that you stayed strong during the uncertainty, grateful that you kept space in your heart for what was always meant to grow between you. Now let us speak honestly about timing, because that is what your heart longs to understand most right now. A powerful shift is already beginning around this connection. Something is preparing to happen in his life that will bring sudden clarity. It may arrive through a conversation with someone he deeply respects. It may happen during a quiet moment, when he is finally alone with his own thoughts and unable to escape his feelings anymore. It could even come through a vivid dream or spiritual awakening that reaches him in a way his logical mind cannot ignore. However this moment arrives, it will leave an impact on him that cannot be brushed aside. And when it happens, you will begin to notice the difference. His energy toward you will start changing. The distance will not feel the same anymore. The confusion will slowly begin to fade. The fear that once controlled him will start losing its power because his heart is becoming stronger than the doubts that kept him silent for so long. You may notice him becoming more open, more emotional, and more willing to express what he has hidden for such a long time. The walls around him will not disappear overnight, but cracks are already forming. The connection between you has been touching him far more deeply than he has admitted even to himself. There are moments when he thinks about you constantly and wonders why he cannot move on from what he feels. No matter how hard he tries to distract himself, your energy continues finding its way back into his heart. He remembers the smallest things about you, the way you made him feel seen, the comfort he felt in your presence, the peace that came over him during moments shared with you. These memories stay with him because this connection touched his soul, not just his mind. That is why it has been impossible for him to fully let go. At times he becomes overwhelmed because the depth of his feelings scares him. He fears disappointment. He fears vulnerability. He fears giving someone the power to hurt him again. Yet despite those fears, the connection continues growing stronger inside him. Love like this cannot stay buried forever. Eventually, truth rises to the surface. You are being asked not to lose faith during this season of uncertainty. What feels delayed is not necessarily denied. Some connections move slowly because they are transforming both people involved at the deepest level. This relationship is teaching him courage, honesty, and emotional openness. At the same time, it is teaching you patience, self-worth, and trust in divine timing. There will come a moment when he realizes he can no longer continue pretending these feelings are not real. He will understand that protecting himself from love has also been preventing him from experiencing the very happiness he has always searched for. That realization will change everything. So, if your heart has been carrying this connection quietly, if you have felt his energy even during silence, trust that there is more happening beneath the surface than you currently understand. The universe is still moving pieces into place. Healing is happening. Growth is happening. Clarity is coming closer with every passing day. And when the right moment finally arrives, what once felt complicated will begin unfolding in a way that makes sense to both of your hearts. His distance will slowly begin to fade away. His uncertainty will become gentler with time. He will begin searching for excuses to speak with you, opportunities to stay close to you, and new ways to express the feelings he has carried inside, but never fully knew how to explain. Your patience during this season is not weakness at all. It is proof of trust. You are choosing faith instead of fear. You are believing that what has already started in your life is going to reach its proper ending. We are reminded that what begins with true purpose is never abandoned halfway through. This truth applies to your relationships and also to the blessings meant to enter your life. And if doubt begins trying to enter your mind, remember that skepticism is often born from old disappointment. It is normal to become cautious after being hurt before. But ask yourself honestly what you truly lose by believing in something beautiful. Allowing your heart to stay open to hope does not make you naive. It makes you courageous. Faith does not always require visible proof before taking a step forward. It simply asks you to trust that good things are coming together behind the scenes, even when you cannot yet understand the full picture. That kind of trust can break down walls that once seemed impossible to move. There is a promise you are meant to carry deep within your spirit. It speaks about peace, purpose, and an ending that has already been prepared ahead of time for you. You are not moving toward chaos. You are moving toward a future that has been designed with intention. This man is connected to that future. The delay you feel right now is not an error. It is part of the process preparing both of you for what is ahead. Every pause has meaning hidden inside it. Every season of waiting is creating strength, wisdom, and clarity within both of your lives. And if you are still listening to these words right now, that is not by accident. Many people walk away from messages like this because they are not yet emotionally prepared to receive them. But you remained here. That shows that something inside you recognizes this message deeply. You can say the words, "I trust the timing," as a declaration of faith over your life. When you speak those words, you are choosing patience over anxiety and trust over the need to control every detail. And now understand this very clearly. The love this man carries for you is not ordinary at all. You are not simply another person passing through his life. You hold a place in his heart that feels safe, rare, and deeply meaningful to him. Even if he does not fully understand everything yet, his soul recognizes you. That recognition is what makes this connection so powerful. But at the same time, it is also what increases his fear. The walls around him may feel strong now, but they are not permanent. Eventually, those walls will come down, and when that happens, he will regret the time lost and do everything possible to prove that your patience was never wasted. Until that moment comes, guard your peace carefully. Do not allow fear and overthinking to destroy what faith is quietly building. Sometimes the most powerful thing a person can do is remain calm, still, and trusting. Understand that movement is taking place even when your eyes cannot yet see it clearly. And by sharing messages like this, you become someone who spreads hope to another soul who desperately needs encouragement. You become part of the quiet and loving energy moving through the lives of people searching for answers. Share this message with someone you know who feels trapped in a deep yet complicated connection. We are reminded that there are spirits sent to guide and protect those who are meant to receive great blessings. You are one of those people chosen for meaningful blessings, and an important part of receiving blessings is becoming a blessing for someone else too. When you pass along a message filled with hope, you become part of a greater purpose unfolding quietly behind the scenes. Now I want to return to the complication because there is another important piece you need to understand. I have already shared that this man carries wounds and sometimes feels emotionally unprepared. But there is also confusion inside him that the universe wants you to recognize. He is not confused about his feelings for you. Deep down, he knows exactly how he feels. His confusion is about what he should do with those feelings and whether he is truly ready to act on them. Many times he has questioned himself about whether he should move closer or continue waiting. Again and again, he has imagined telling you how much he loves you, only to pull himself back at the final moment because fear stopped him. This is not because he lacks care for you. It is not because his interest is weak. This is how a man behaves when his emotions become so strong that he fears making the wrong move. He does not want to come toward you too quickly and destroy something that could become truly beautiful. He does not want to fully open his heart until he feels certain he can offer you the loyalty and commitment you deserve. In many ways, his delay actually reveals the seriousness of his feelings. He takes you seriously. He does not view you as temporary entertainment or a passing connection. He sees you as someone with whom he could build a real and meaningful future. And that realization has made him extremely careful with how he approaches you. The universe wants him to understand something deeply important. And perhaps by hearing these words, that understanding will somehow reach him too. Love will always involve risk. Waiting until there is absolutely no risk at all is the same as choosing never to love. The vulnerability that frightens him is actually the doorway to the deepest connection he may ever experience in his life. Until he gathers the courage to walk through that doorway, he will remain outside watching the very love he secretly longs for but feels afraid to claim. Meanwhile, you are already standing on the other side of that door. You have already shown bravery by remaining open to love even after experiencing pain and disappointment. If this message feels exactly like your situation, then you have already proven that you are willing to take emotional risks for something real and meaningful. Now it is his turn to become equally brave. Now it is his moment to move forward and finally meet you where you have been emotionally waiting all this time. You can quietly speak the words. He finds his courage as a blessing over his journey. Even though this message is meant for you, your words carry energy and influence. When you speak with faith and love instead of fear, you help shift the emotional energy surrounding this connection. Your words matter far more than you realize. I also want to speak about how you should carry yourself during this period of waiting, because there is a clear direction meant for you. It will help you move through this season with strength and confidence. Never dim your light simply to make someone else feel more comfortable around you. Sometimes when we sense another person feels overwhelmed by our strength, we unconsciously shrink ourselves to protect their comfort. But that is not what you are meant to do. Continue shining exactly as you are. Continue being fully yourself without apology. The right partner will never require you to become smaller so they can feel bigger. When this man finally becomes emotionally ready, he will not fear your light. He will admire it. He will feel proud standing beside someone who naturally brings warmth, peace, and energy wherever she goes. And most importantly, do not chase him. This is extremely important for you to remember. Chasing creates imbalance and often delays the timing even more. When you constantly run after someone who is emotionally unready, you exhaust yourself and unintentionally make it easier for them to remain uncertain. Instead, allow space. Step back with grace and self-respect. Let him experience what your absence feels like for a while. Sometimes distance creates a kind of clarity that constant closeness never can. He needs to feel the difference when you are not always there. He needs to realize that the comfort, love, and peace you bring into his life are not guaranteed forever if he refuses to take action. Continue focusing on yourself during this period. This waiting season is not meaningless or empty. It is preparation. Use this time to grow emotionally, heal deeply, strengthen your confidence, and focus on your own dreams and purpose. The more connected you become to your own life, the stronger and healthier this future connection will eventually become.